Captain's log, star date 0907201915.0 Starship Enterprise B's log. So I did everything I could think of to check out and make sure and maintain my computer core on my on the main computer I use, and the hard drive is completely fried. I've done everything I can. I troubleshooted it and re-troubleshooted it and re-troubleshooted it, and all I got out of it again was nothing. It's gone. It's dead. So I've been hoping to hear from my family member, who I love dearly, to find out what they think about traveling to their estate, to hang out with them and get the computer core and just be family with them. Fortunately, I'm really depressed right now, so I'm glad I have bourbon stockpiled right now because I am fucking upset. Last night I was watching videos and documentaries of aircraft carriers. Today, I am just fucking really PO'd to the point of no return. The bad news is just getting worse and worse and worse. And I was talking to a couple people, and I just want to say this for nicety because, these couple people, they're always nice people, and they're like, oh, yeah, you're a great person. And honestly, the only thing I get is, Chloe got into your room and destroyed it. No, the problem is I tried to warn Chloe that hard drives that are the spinning type between 54 and 8,000 revolutions per minute is, you know, is, it could damage while you're traveling. Same with traveling, so that's why they got solid state drives. Well,
Mine's okay.
well, yours is Lenovo. Thing is, Dinky's got a Lenovo herself. That's me. I had an Acer. I had an HP before Acer. Aaron chose the Acer because of the large screen. Okay. Now I gotta send Chloe out Monday morning to find out what it's gonna take to repair 3 laptops, which two of them need motherboards, the one needs a hard drive. So technically it's just more money out of my pocket. Now, for some of you guys wondering, I am completely and thoroughly wasted. Tanked, literally. Oh, and by the way, to the ghosts right there, read my lips. Hello, ghosts. I know you're from the Secret Service watching me, fucking dickheads. Because if you weren't, you'd be basically fucking admitting that you're there through the comments. Instead, I know who you are, you jackasses. I haven't broken any laws. Fortunately, you guys just want to show that there's one person watching. And I know damn good and well it ain't my cousin Dinky, because Dinky is, well, awesome. And I know it ain't Chloe's mom because they would have posted something in the comment section, in the comment right here on the thing on live chat. So we know it's you spooks watching for some damn reason. Tried to get my medical records and it didn't work, did it, jackasses? Well, I don't break the law. I may report the law and do what I can to uphold the law, but I'm not going to fucking break the law, you see? No, because I don't like how there's these people watching me and they want to, they watch me, they think I'm entertaining, but they don't show me who they are on the messenger. So to me, that's where I call them the ghosts, the wraiths, and the spooks.
Could be them or it could be APS.
What would APS? What's APS gonna?
Just like they do.
APS is a bullshit. You got out of it many times, okay? My point is I'm completely wasted, and I just want to say out of love that I'm waiting for a reply from my cousin-in-law, who might be able to let me know if I should come down early since my damn computer hard drive failed. I am really in a bad bipolar moment right now, and I just want to, literally scream. I'm trying to maintain some sensibility, and all I get is, Here's an asshole. Here's an asshole. There's an asshole. I mean, look. I went through a checklist of everything to recalibrate with Commander Ayanami's help, and we didn't get anywhere. Hard drive is not even reading on the BIOS, so we know it's failed. So I got to replace the hard drive. To get there, I got to take it out, put it in, do this. I mean, literally, it's not something I want to do, okay? But I need to find out if it's feasible. I like Windows 7, but currently, the plan is to get 2 laptops. I guess the TV's on hold till next year sometime when the 2 laptops are there for backup purposes. So my main thing is I was letting Jose know he's a saint. Hey, look, I'm in a bad mood. My computer, no one, and Chloe turned around, right? I'm going to tell a story for Chloe's opinion, okay? Chloe turned around out of love, and she says, "You know what, Rita?" She says, "Your computer hard drive failed." I told her, don't take the computer out. Don't wheel me up to the hospital. Don't wheel me up to the library. It'll stay, right? She turns around, takes me up there anyways, and I told her, look, every bump like this will damage a hard drive more. Lo and behold, the hard drive fails this morning. But the fucking problem with the fucking hard drive is it's not her fault. I warned her, okay? She's got a tank of a fucking computer. My husband chose an Acer. Oh, Acer's great. You're gonna love Acer. 3 years, actually 37 months, and the fucking thing failed. The fucking hard drive completely failed. I boot it up. I go to CNN. Oh yeah, let's see what Dinky's what news is going on for the world. Next thing you know, hard drive won't read, won't even pick up. So I gotta go down to the computer shop. Meanwhile, I got a new computer coming, so I don't know if I need to wait for to get it repaired. Then I hear some people say, "Oh well, your hard drive failed. It's got to be Chloe." Chloe was fucking sawing logs on the fucking floor. She didn't even go near it. I had probably the RAM. I'm assuming the RAM basically overloaded with all the videos I watched yesterday.
No, because I was half asleep when the computer died and you want me to
No. The RAM overloaded last night, which overloaded the hard drive, which means it had to dump the RAM, which calibrated by U.S. Navy terms, which once you dump the RAM, the computer boots fine, but because the RAM's full, the hard drive is using virtual space on the hard drive to calibrate things. It couldn't dump it fast enough, so instead it created a problem with the hard drive, which the hard drive was failing, which was running a lot slow anyways, which killed the hard drive. It's not Chloe's fault. People say, oh, well, Chloe didn't want to go to the library. You wouldn't have this problem. Guess what? Problem is, I wanted the internet at home. I didn't expect my hard drive just to go. So with everything going on in this world, I'm completely drunk because my laptop has failed. I've lost 2 laptops that are HPs that are 10 years old and an Acer my husband got me that's 37 months old. So you tell me, what do I do? So I got a new computer on the way. I got to get to the Oregonia sector to get it done. Unfortunately, right now, I'm completely wasted, and I'm wondering, what the fuck do I do? Put on a movie? Put on some beer? Drink something? Me? I'll tell you what. I didn't expect to boot up my computer and have it freeze while I was trying to read some information on presidential impeachments and stuff. Maybe the spooks did something. Oh, yeah, she's at it again. She's looking up impeachment proceedings. Let's just go and freeze up her computer.
It's because they don't want they want people to think that he's God.
Oh, well,
Secret Service wants people to think that Trump's God because they worship him.
Well, if you don't need to know, you might want to keep your tongue curved a little bit, Missy. Because our sister Gabby is a correctional officer, so she doesn't want to have you committed for basically being a lewd. She says right there, sorry I've been busy, I'm a correctional officer. Well, don't worry, I'm a fleet admiral with the U.S. Navy, and I am a officer of Starfleet, so I outrank you. Of course, I outrank her, but with her being a loon, it's a different story. But shit, I'm telling you, I have a friend that's a correctional officer in Texas. He sent me a money order that didn't work. Couldn't cash it. There was some check problem thingy at the Walmart. I sent it back. The sweet guy, he's been a correctional officer like 40 years. He's getting ready to retire and something like that. And he's a sweet guy. And I just let him know my computer took a shit. So technically, I'm not doing too well at all now. You bet, as a correctional officer. I thought you'd be a psychiatrist or something, a nurse. I think it was a nurse she wanted. So while you're watching my channel while I'm completely drunk, I'd like to hear why you didn't go for the nursing position. Give me my second. I need to get my cup. Where's my cup? Where the fuck did my cup? Definitely don't know where my cup is. Definitely don't know. Look, Ray. All I want is my cup. Look, Ray, little man. Where is my cup? Definitely don't know. Look, my bourbon glass is there. My shot glass is there, and my tin cup is missing. So where's my tin cup, Ray? Definitely don't know where it went. Definitely not. Look, right now you're thinking about portable TVs. Look, I'll just find somewhere around here to spit in. Okay? How about this pot? Definitely not. Look, I don't think anyone gives a shit if I'm spitting in a. Look, here we go. Here's a measuring cup. My mom's measuring cup that's 40 years old. Mom's measuring cup. Definitely mom's measuring. See? We'll just spit in this and we got it made, Ray. Now, how about some hamburger, Ray? How about some hamburger? Definitely hamburger. It's not hamburger. Well, I was a nurse at one point. You see? So tell me, what the hell made you become a corrections officer? I don't know. I don't break the law. Of course, Moses Lake PD think I did. Fucking dumbasses. Thank God they basically found out the lawyers fighting that one tooth and nail. My record's clean. But what made you be a corrections officer? I mean, look, I can't see you packing a 9mm or a 45 or an SMG or an MP or like my friend who packs an M16 or M16A2, A4. I wish for the old days when you packed the M202 rocket launchers or the fucking M79 bloopers. I mean, well, I was a nurse. Yeah, see, you were a nurse, now you're a corrections officer. And what happened? Every time I see you, sis, on Facebook, you're like, hold on, I'm just going to do this just to be an asshole. Because I can. Come here, Boom Boom. Come here, little one. You got your thing? Since we have visitors, let's, come here, go do that. Oh, yeah, there we go. Good boy. Yeah, I was going to do a dip in a second. Look what I got here. His name's Ebony. He's a little Boom Boom. Hey, Boom Boom. Oh. It's okay. Yeah. I put him in the window, but Moppy might try to eat him. Hi. Come here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're so good. You're a good listener, too, aren't you? Drunk or sober, you're still a good little listener. See this? Isn't he so adorable? Here, look. Oh, yeah, there he is. Isn't he? He's so cute. Hey, you got your little strawberry for the day, huh? Your strawberry? Oh, yeah, I should call you Raymond, but you know what? Your name is Ebony because you're black, you're a Dutch dwarf, and you're cute. An MP40. Oh, yeah, 40 cal. Come on. The 45 is the most deadliest weapon in the world. Next to the Israeli 50 cal. I have a concealed carry permit myself. And the thing is I still don't understand. I see your Facebook post and you say nothing about what happened with your hubby or that person or this person or that person or to me you're a dichotomy. You're a mystery. Me, I'm just a local drunk. Well, not literally drunk, but my computer blew up. So technically, the M&P 40 is not a bad Smith & Wesson weapon, but I prefer a 45 ACP, usually a Ruger 1911 Commander or something or other. That's my choice. Oh, and then I get to make an ass out of myself again, trying to get the dip out. The thing is sealed. Where's the other can I got? Definitely don't know where it went. Yeah,
The video's lagging.
Huh? The video's not lagging. Look, we're running on the best speed possible, Chloe. We're paying the fucking premium for what we did. I wouldn't even complain about it. However, I don't understand why a young lady like Sister Gabby would be a police officer or a corrections officer.
Really their idea.
Well, I can see Gabby with a 12 gauge or 10 gauge shotgun. She'd be a badass. Get in line, bitch!
Maybe she won't do it, therefore I can't insult her.
You're not going to look. You're being paranoid. She's not here to insult you, okay?
No.
What's insult someone?
Remember I insulted that one person?
Oh, who cares? You know, Chloe, from what I understand from the entire intelligence community, okay, let me tell you this, because Gabby knows I love her with all my heart. Gabby's going to tell you the same thing I do. From what I understand for VP, the New York transgender girl who's blind or semi-blind, they went their separate ways. So technically, yeah, I think Gabby just wants to get on with her life and not give two shits about other people and their opinion. Where's my Oh, don't tell me I gotta open a fucking can. Oh well, I think my keys are somewhere. Well, let's see. Keys are, there's your smokes. Do you even know where my keys went? Oh, shit. I was gonna go to the mailbox or something, but the thing is, Gabby is just like me. She probably doesn't give two shits about, whatever happened because, frankly, nothing. Everything's gone. Everything moved along down the road. I mean, we're all people.
The only reason why I attacked BP was because
Yeah, well, the point is it's in the past. We all have to live with our mistakes. Yeah. It's like that guy. He turned around and said, there are 3 things I regret joining the Navy. 1, the tattoo. 2, I'm cleaning fucking toilets on a carrier. Guess what? Toilet cleaning's pretty damn good if you can keep the damn heads clean. I mean, to me, literally, it seems like a pretty damn good thing in my opinion. Besides that, Gabby knows as well as I do that sometimes Remington, and I wouldn't do anything to anyone. I'm a mom, and I could care less. But yeah, but you know what? The thing is I was joking, okay? Thing is when it comes to Navy, okay, the Navy trains you on the 9mm, and they train you in shotguns, close combat. So me basically making a joke with, bitch, get in line. Most of the time, I think of women who are corrections officers are using the 12 gauge. I don't think they're using the freaking M16 going, or the Thompson gun that's the 100-round drum. I mean, I can't see you just, in self-defense, you only use the weapon as a last resort. Otherwise, you don't pull it. That's the thing. Training or no training. You've been trained. I've been trained. Everyone's been trained in weapons, how to use a weapon properly. We're not dumb. The thing is, you pull it if you have to. Otherwise, you don't pull the damn thing. It's like, Wyatt Earp, pull that smoke wagon and go to work. Yeah, basically, he was saying, and see what happens. I might make your head into a canoe, but not before I get you in the rush. The thing is he was making a statement. Thing is you're making a statement too, which is the damn right statement. The correct statement is it's only used as a last resort. Prison breaks. Whatever. I mean, literally. However, the Navy using 12 gauge, whatever happened to the old 6 and 8 gauge? Those things were just massive cannons by themselves. I mean, literally. I'm a weapon historian. So, hey, did you know there was an armor that was designed to be penetrated by a serrated sword that was so heavy, Chloe, that it would cut it like tin can?
Holy shit. Wow.
Yeah, it's like they call it the armor cutter. I mean, you really want to take on body armor, okay? Not that I'm going to tell you anything stupid. Remember, highly trained that as I am, as my father was in the military. The best way to take care of Kevlar, the knife. The knife goes through it. Bullets won't, the knife will. That's something that everyone knows. If you pay attention, the knife can actually go through Kevlar. But don't get any ideas, Missy. I'm not responsible for you. There you go. I am responsible for my little nugget Moppy, who knows where he is. But I remember one time scaring a lady who was behind bulletproof glass in Australia. She says, "We're protected." And I says, "Yeah, but a little bit of armor plating, bullets, armor piercing, that'll go straight through it." Lady basically quit the next day. It was what I missed. Well, you missed a lot, sis. My computer died this morning, my laptop. Now, as you know, you are worried just like Dinky is at times, Tara. I've been trying to get in touch with her because I'm supposed to be going there soon to pick up my new birthday present, which is a new computer. Yet my hard drive, definitely not. Look, Ray, you just look. You put it like this, and you make sure it doesn't angle itself. It's not a pizza cutter. There you go. Definitely not. Anyway, so my computer blew up. I'm sitting here trying to deal with everything. Got the internet installed. And as I was saying in part one, it's not Chloe's fault. We had to go to the library for a while because the Wi-Fi device wasn't being used. The library loaned us a Wi-Fi device 3 times each. We just got internet here at home. It's not bad. But anyways, the point is my computer blew up. Hard drive failed finally. And it's because, as long as you go to the library daily to check the email and everything else, your hard drive takes a beating. It's not like those solid state drives where it's like a little flash drive, Well, the thing failed. End of story. So I've been playing with it. I've been emailing people, and they're like, "Look, if it's making beeping sounds, your hard drive's gone. Can you even find it in the BIOS? No. Then it's gone. Go buy a new hard drive." So, anyways, that's what happened with me, my computer, and before you get on to me, correction officer or not, I'm still your older sister, drunk or sober, sis. I have a reason to be drinking. My computer was my husband's gift to me before he died. He gave it to me August 7th on our 11th anniversary, and he died August 23rd. I love that computer with all my heart. And so basically, I'm kind of bummed my computer's out. I got a new one coming. I just need to find out what Dinky wants to do. And, however, if you want to know something else, we had APS, Adult Protection Services, on our door a second time. And before you get into it, being a corrections officer, I know this might blow up in my face, but we almost got evicted because Chloe needs to control her tongue by making threats against the neighbor. Neighbor raped her and yada, yada, yada. And I don't know. The manager and I had a meeting, and 5 days the manager left. Literally just freaking backed up and left. He's like, "I'm not dealing with any of this." So, if you don't know, I'm in a different location. I live on an island. Tara thinks it's funny. We're not civilized. Oh, there's no pizza shops. The community frowns on big companies like Fred Meyer's and Kroger and Walmart. So we got mom and pop shops. And I stopped drinking coffee, by the way. I've been trying to stay away from coffee. Bourbon, I need to basically bend that rule and get out of that too because it's not good for me. I was diagnosed with bipolar, but with my computer dead and whatever, and the moppy under the bed, you get that idea, but damn, I mean, literally. 40 cal, huh? The 40 cal was invented by the FBI, if you didn't know. They needed a lower caliber because at the time they were carrying 10 millimeters, and that was overpowered. And R. Lee Ermey was saying, the gunny, that the 10 mil is only good for boar hunting. Then they came down and made a 9 millimeter and a 40, and the 40 basically met the needs. Yet the U.S. Navy is now adopting the 1911 again because the 9 mil is basically the standard issue for NATO. And I'm a weapons expert, like I said. The old days, the 202 was really good. The 4 square rocket launcher, damn, you just reload those fuckers and boom. And we won't get into that, but back then is different from now. But yeah, my friend who's a corrections officer, he's a real nice guy. He sent me a money order, couldn't cash it because of Walmart. I sent it back, and I just told him today my computer hard drive failed and I'm not in a good mood. And he never replied. He's a correction officer. I think he's been in the business 30 or 40 years in Texas. But I think he uses the big guns, honey. I think he uses like the M16A4 or something. I don't think the Texas DOJ uses the ARs, which, talking about firearms for a minute, I think that firearms, and I told my father-in-law this, people always laugh at me for this. I said, we can stop gun violence if everyone had a fucking musket. One shot's all you get. You can't go off on a massive killing spree with freaking 30-round clips or even a 100-round drum in your semi-automatic Thompson or your freaking automatic Thompson. I mean, just give them a musket. I mean, you got to sit there and you got to put the powder in. Then you got to put the ball in. Then you got to put the paper patch in. And then you get one shot. I mean, literally. But my father-in-law, he says, like, Rita, most of these redneck hillbillies, they're not going to want to get rid of the weapons. Well, it was just a suggestion. I'm not going to go to my senator and say, hey, I got an idea. Let's do this. I mean, the other day, Chloe and I were debating weapons, and we don't talk about this much because my cousin-in-law, she likes, we're all a gun-owning family. Not me, of course. Honestly, I got rid of mine for the safety of Trump, because Chloe, as you know. But the problem is the idea came to me because one shot's all you get, And then Chloe's like, well, can you prove something or other or this or that? And I said, yeah. It basically says to keep a well-guarded militia to overthrow the government if you need to. Overthrow, basically, through a new constitution. So it didn't say the mankind is entitled to have a fucking gun for everyday use. I mean, look, these freaking hill jacks here, you know what they do? I went down and I got my permit recently reissued, and the guy says, we got to look over your mental records. So I went and got a copy of my mental records clean. Of course, not that anyone cares, but I fell in a hole the other day. I don't know if you heard this story, but the other day I went to the hospital by ambulance. Chloe was panicked. I probably have like half a gallon of whiskey in me. Again, bad advice of mine. I don't drink all the time. And the guy sit there and I said, look, the EMS guy was walking around my house looking at every little nook and cranny. He's looking at my PS4. He's looking at my freaking PS3. He's looking at my Switch. He's like, I finally was hugging the toilet, said, look, if you're not going to sit around, then go outside the door and wait for the ambulance. I ain't having you stand around while I'm throwing up in the toilet. He gets me to the ambulance. I tell the hospital, look, this jackass is basically being useless and lazy. I opened the door, threw me out, and said, we don't take faggots like you. So on the way home, I fell in a hole 3 times. Knocked out, lost of conscious 3 times. Finally, Chloe gets a wheelchair and takes me home. Says go take a bath, and my legs were just completely covered in blood, black, blue marks, everything. I went to the hospital off island, and I said one of my wounds cut all the way to the bone, so they had to stitch me up, and I'm telling you, So yeah, once in a while booze is okay, but once in a while it isn't, because you can really make an ass out of yourself, you and me, and I'm telling you, damn, it's not good. Literally, it's not good at all. But when my computer died, Chloe went to the food bank. I just sat here and said, you know what? I got a half gallon of bourbon. I got a half gallon of another bourbon. I got some other stuff. I'm just going to drink. I hope like hell I can get a hold of my cousin, Dinky, and go, look, present's coming in soon. Let me come down there early and get it because my travel computer is gone completely. And I told Chloe, don't push me in a wheelchair, or don't push the cart, or don't push the little cart, the little cooler, and let it go. The vibrations alone can weaken a hard drive. Chloe didn't know. I was really afraid, so I was looking at getting a Chromebook. Well, the whole damn thing just went to shit this morning. I guess watching too many military documentaries on Navy life is not a good thing. The boot camp thing was pretty cool too, but I'm telling you, when my computer froze, that was it. Well, Monday morning, I gotta go check out a place that can repair it, but I'm afraid of the repair costs, because it's just too expensive. Literally, So to me, I'm just waiting for Dinky, and I got leftovers tonight, and I had. So while I was waiting for Dinky, I made up a batch of popcorn, which Dinky knows is not a good thing because every time I eat a big bowl of popcorn, I get constipated for about a week, which means her birthday present, if you haven't checked out, she sent me 3 giant rolls like this of toilet paper as a gag gift. Toilet paper is really a good commodity in this household because I've been counting sheets. Now, usually I just wad up about 50 roll of sheets and go. Now I count 2 sheets, wipe, fold, wipe. Oh, okay, another 2 sheets, and then I put it on a little letter to Tara, and I send it off to Tara, and Tara, she just recently said, "Oh, I haven't been reading your letters. I need to get around to it." Well, it's on medium setting. Whoops, I didn't mean to put it on medium setting, but. Yeah, so basically, I'm just in a bad mood. My computer failed. I have, bad luck, and on top of that, I was just telling Tara that the cooler, I'm going to show you this cooler. There's an onion in it and an apple. This cooler, the zipper has failed. I got it as a gift when hubby was around, and the zipper has failed. So I gotta go and buy a whole new cooler. It's $30 just so I can get my meats and stuff at Walmart. And because of it, it literally failed. So I was telling Dinky the other day, I said, when will I get a break? Literally, that's what's really eating me up for drinking because on August 23rd, Moppy was sick. So I asked the vet, why is Moppy sick? Is it because he knows his daddy's been gone 3 years? And she said, no, dogs are stupid. Paid the vet bill? Well, paying it. Turns out Moppy's fine. He's had his pills and stuff. Did we run out of pills or did we forget to give him the pills?
We have some left.
So Moppy's fine, and so basically she said Moppy's dumb. He doesn't know time. The dog's smarter than the vet, let me tell you. So anyway, so I got a cooler that failed. My shopping cart I gotta buy because Moppy's little stroller / shopping cart that we have for him, the wheels popped off. And then my beloved comforter right here, it's getting holes in it. So I gotta get another comforter. So I said to Dinky the other day, when will I get a break? Literally, and me trying to get Chloe on disability is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. So today, I told in my part 1 video, I said to Chloe, I said, I'm curious because Chloe says, go ahead and open it. And so we get a little sign this signature, yada, yada, certified. So I go and open the mail up, and it's a bill to get her medical records from the 5th hospitalization, $65. Well, he says, what a bunch of money-grubbing pack of bastards. I mean, literally, I went to Oregon's mental hospital, as you know, Gabby, and they sent me my records twice, no charge. In this fucking state, they charge for the records. So I'm like, what a bunch of pack of bastards. So, because of it, it makes me wonder what the hell's going on in this world, literally. I mean, you got these greedy son of a bitches. I paid my records recently. It was $75 for 900 pages. It didn't amount to jack shit. It was just like, oh, she is this and this, but they didn't have anything, on me. And then, when you go to these places, they submit it to the state. The state puts it in a database that says, oh, yeah, she should be having a gun. She shouldn't have a gun. Well, now they're saying if you want a gun, you got to have to submit all your medical records and all this crap in the state of Washington. Well, again, is a bunch of pack of bastards. So to me, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on in this world? I mean, unless you're completely mentally insane, you shouldn't be you should be allowed to have a firearm. Instead, these fuckers are like, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. And I think it's against the fucking Second Amendment. These fucking Second Amendment bastards say, oh, well, it's the right to have a militia. Everyone else should have their gun put into a storage place if they're working in a bank, or if they're working as a corrections officer, or they're working in a federal prison, or you know what? The rights to bear arms should not be infringed. And these fuckers are infringing it left and right because it's a blue fucking state. My opinion is, don't fucking block the black and blue state. Just give them their guns. Let them be happy. I mean, literally, one day they might need to basically rise up and take care of the government. Now, I don't suggest overthrowing the government. My opinion is, don't overthrow the government. My opinion is everyone knows, keep your fucking mouth clean and don't have the U.S. Secret Service or the FBI on the fucking door. Unfortunately, that is where it gets pretty damn bad, So, that's how I see it, Everyone's their own opinion when it comes to gun laws and gun rules and everything else. But still, my opinion is joking around, I thought a woman correction officer would be either using an AR-15 or an M16A2 or A4, or even a legendary 50 caliber Barrett sitting on top of a crow's nest, or even the fucking 10-8 or even 6 gauge. Now, the 6 or 8 gauge was banned in the fucking government because they said it was too much power and it blew away a lot of meat chunks and people. So eventually, they got rid of the 10 gauge. Now, the 10 gauge was used in what was that? What was that? That story? It was used in the Wyatt Earp gave the 10 gauge to Doc Holliday, and he was on the street howitzer. So the 10 gauge was used there, but now it's 12 gauge, 20 gauge, or 410 gauge. 410s for birds, basically. But I'm a weapons expert, so technically I can tell you exactly what happened. I'm not a detective, but, that's sexist. Yeah, well, I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm trying to be an asshole. Because my opinion is, when I mean, the Navy, they train you on the 9mm and the shotgun. The Army and the Marines, they train you on the MPs, the machine pistols, and the rifles, the M16s, and so forth. But if you get an M203, you're basically really happy. You got that grenade launcher, which is like 10 grand for every shell, and But the thing is, it's not trying to be sexist. Am I sexist, Chloe? I'm just saying, that back in the old days, my friend joined the Navy. She was trained with the 9mm and the shotgun. Now they still train the 9mm and the shotgun, but I figured, I don't know. Just my opinion is, women should be allowed to use the most high-powered weapons. I mean, if a guy gets out of line, blow the fucker away with a grenade. Just boom! Let his body blowing up in the damn wall, I mean, he or she wants to cause a riot, make a lesson out of him. He's basically splattered against the wall. I mean, the correctional department should be carrying bigger, higher powered calibers, 50 cal, the 223s or the 5.56, the rocket propelled grenades, the 79, the 203s, the 202s. I don't even know if the Army still uses the 202s. I think at the time the 202s were only used specifically for certain people. Now, if anyone wants to know what's going on with the 202s, check out the movie Commando, because you see Arnold Schwarzenegger with a 4-shot rocket launcher, and one lady blew him out of an army truck, which by chance, if the rocket hit the truck would have exploded basically, and there'd be nothing left of the person. Instead, somehow she made it, read the instructions, used the damn thing, and the thing basically blew the doors open. And he just walked out like nothing happened. So you know, movies are not a reproduction of what can happen. I mean, literally. I mean, we're taking like a 105 millimeter howitzer and you basically blow a truck up. The truck's nothing's left of the truck. Arnold's not alive. Arnold's basically blown away. So technically how they did that, no one knows. But being a weapons expert, I can tell you a lot of this is just industrial magic and might that shows what can happen. Well, you know, every person's different. The military is one thing. They're entitled to big guns. The correction officers, like my friend, he's got to train in high-powered assault weapons and everything else. And I always, you know, I think, you know, he should be allowed to carry a big cannon. But, you know, I don't know anything about the correctional business, so don't quote me. But, you know, but give everyone a musket. To each their own. We would be better off than having someone going into Walmart killing people, or going into a gay club in Florida and wiping out 50 people.
Killing a bunch of children.
Exactly. Children are the future. It's like that one crackpot, like what, 30 or 40 feet in the freaking crow's nest picking off people in Vegas.
There were a bunch of children died, but yet so many rural Americans who didn't give a shit about the children. All they cared about was their gun rights.
Yeah, and that's why I say,
they're like, well, we don't care if those children died at a young age, as long as our gun rights are protected. I don't care if anymore. I don't care if millions of our children die, as long as we keep our guns.
Point is,
I'm like, dude, children are our future. Your gun rights aren't always the future. Children are. Children will be the next adults.
Exactly. Nowadays, Chloe, these people that are the new generation, as I call it, the Gen Xers and the Gen Zs, you know, the generation you are, they got at least their head not up their ass and saying, hey, we need to have some type of gun control that can keep them out of the crackpots. Instead, look what happens. The NRA gets involved. Gun Owners of America, NAGAR. Next you know, you got the president backing down. I mean, if he just basically stood his ground and said, look, we need to keep them out of the hands of these evil son of a bitches that are going and killing people, we might basically make a better life for everyone. You know, children shouldn't be mowed down. That's where I basically stopped. You know what happened? Did I tell you what happened with hubby? Hubby and I stopped playing Call of Duty and Medal of Honor afterwards, or Halo, or these first-person shooters, because Doom, because, you know, people said, oh, the games are the ones that cause the problems. If they didn't make these games where you had the BFG, the big fucking gun 9000, where you just basically one button, you know, and you blow up like 20 fucking enemies, we wouldn't have this problem.
That's something interesting. A lot of like shooters who actually do shootings don't even play games like that.
Yeah.
They actually play games like Dance Dance Revolution, Guitar Hero. They play all of the family-oriented games where most people who play violent video games don't go out and commit violence. Or if you play violent video games, watch violent movies, or listen to violent music, if you sing violent music or play violent video games, you're less likely to go out and actually do that stuff because you've already vetted it out on a virtual way. Like, say, like when I was angry back when I was a teenager, I go on games like Grand Theft Auto or Driver 3 and start killing a bunch of people just to take out my anger, you know. And after I felt better, after that, I felt like, hey, you know.
Well, yeah, and you know, me and Abby were the same way. But the problem is these people want to blame games for it, and it is. I mean, look, what's next? They're going to ban the butter knife because someone uses a butter knife in Skyrim to kill someone, and they're like, we need to ban the butter knife. I mean, come on. I mean, literally.
Ban all knives, ban the butter knife, ban all guns, ban slingshots, bow and arrows, anything. Oh, yeah, they banned forks, too. You have to use plastic sporks. Like, silverware has been banned. You have to use plastic silverware now.
I mean, hubby used to
And you have
say,
to use paper plates.
that when the government gets truly out of hand, this was his opinion, and they want to ban knives, swords, everything, and make it plasticware, then what's next? They're going to ban ice picks because ice picks can be used as a weapon. Did you know the ice pick was used back then to do lobotomies? I mean, literally, what more can you say about violence?
More likely you're going to someone like Trump wanting to ban actual dishes and silverware and replace it with plastic because they'll make all the paper and plastic companies who burn oil constantly money. Or sticking to all disposable dishes from now on.
Well, it wouldn't be too bad. You don't have dishes, though, but still, you get the idea.
Yeah, if he did that, you wouldn't see dish soap, but a lot of dish soap companies in America would pull out.
Yeah, that's why you buy Dr. Squatch's bar soap.
Actually, they would still be around. They just only be serving restaurants.
Most
restaurants go paper.
Then, and that was the fairy horn.
Then dishwasher jobs in restaurants won't really be needing much. They'll just have them wash, the equipment. But other than that, dishwasher jobs will be laid off because they wouldn't have.
They'll just give you the military issued little trays that you have TV dinners. You get your Salisbury steak in one corner, your dessert in one, your corn and your other item. But the thing is the government. Thing is, hubby never liked the idea of them having that much power. To me, I didn't really care. To me, it's I as Poppy said, it won't come to that. If it does, then we must be all fucking stupid. Plain and simple. I mean, literally. I mean, that's what Poppy is when it comes to, But still, the damn thing is,
got someone who claims they're the chosen one.
Cheeto Christ?
Yeah, Cheeto Christ.
Yeah, well, Poppy had to come up with it. I don't really support the song. I do think it's funny,
I like the song. I think it was hilarious.
You're Gen X and Chloe is and I are millennials. Well, the millennials do have a good head on their shoulder, Gabby. I mean, literally, the way I see it is the Gen Xers, and the millennials. The millennials know basically, that there needs to be change. You got these redneck hillbillies that are pushing the Republicans to do what they want. And to me, let's make it a little tighter. I mean, I don't want to go on the news and find out my own birth city, Dayton, Ohio, was basically shot up and the guy killed his own sister for whatever reason. I mean, the guy shouldn't have weapons. I mean, literally, plain and simple. I was sad, literally sad that everyone, I mean, I see all gun places and people say, oh, well, guns aren't going to be changed. And then you have these people turn around, as Chloe and I talk, and they basically go and buy more weapons. I mean, look at our beloved President Obama. He was the Ruger said it themselves, and Smith & Wesson and Remington. He was the best gun salesman. Nothing got passed, but now we got all these Republicans deciding to retire. The plain and simple is, let him retire. And we can always put in some new millennials like AOC that can get the job done. My opinion is we need some type of formality to get things done. I mean, look at the...
Isn't it funny how he got these right-wing extremists in office, but yet when it comes down to it, a lot of politics they've opposed for many decades, they're just slipping right through them. Pretty much, it's pretty much, a lot of people probably didn't even think this, but it probably, pretty much everything that is on the agenda for, for Orange,
yeah,
Cheeto. It would pretty much all his stuff it didn't go the way he planned it to.
Yeah, well, And now they're talking about the I word, the impeach word,
Yep.
Yeah, as long as you have the Republicans controlling the Senate, that ain't going to happen. But you know what? They can push more Republicans retire. That might be a different story. But still, I mean, to me, my thing is leave it alone. I mean, literally, Nixon, he fell from karma. we can just wait and see. The millennials, the Gen Xers, all these people watching what happened to Nixon and
The Z generation.
and the baby generation, the baby boomers.
The Z generations, they're the latest generation, pretty much.
They're the cell phone generation, right?
Pretty much this generation are born with iPads, cell phones in their hand. We millennials were born with internet, but it wasn't mobile at the time. Some of us older millennials remember when internet was not mobile, when internet was never mobile. You had to go home and use the internet and use it you had to use it on the landline if you lived out of town.
The old 56 baud modem. Exactly. I remember growing up with the old 2400. You got mail.
That's the sound. That's what internet sounded like in the 90s. That's an iconic sound of the 1990s when internet. You hear that when you went on the line.
And then you got AOL. It's like you got mail. You got mail.
You got mail.
And I just loved that. But now everything is in their phones.
Back then I was like, oh yeah, 90s has the best advancement. 80s could suck it. Now looking back at the 90s graphics, I'm like, dude, this is so retro now because of like the sound effects. Like I look at some of the old 90s computer games. It's like, when they swing a sword, it's like, whew, whew. They hit an enemy. It's like,
well, you know what's funny is growing up playing role-playing games from the 80s and 90s, you look at the current graphics like Skyrim, and you look at it and you're like, what is this crap? This was back then was great, but now it's...
And pretty much now I realize, like, I look at games back in the mid-90s, and like these 90s games, like the characters are made up of 3D triangles. It's like they're made up of just triangles.
Well, remember Final Fantasy VII when it came out in 1997? The hands were all blocky and square. People thought that was revolutionary graphics, but now they're remaking it.
They look like mittens. Like in the 90s, their hands look like mittens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, then I was amazed, like in the early thousands, how much better the graphics were to like 90s 3D graphics because you actually saw more depth to it. But then that faded out 5 years later when you had like, in the late thousands when you had like Oblivion / Skyrim graphics.
Well, what's funny is
now their graphics are old.
Yeah, and now if you look at graphics, for example,
a lot of graphics,
like
especially in the cinematic cuts, they look almost realistic.
Mm-hmm. Now look at that one movie, that one game / movie cutscenes with Keanu Reeves. There's like, let's burn down a city, and those look really graphic, really. But back then, it was different. But you get these games, that were high best back then, and now you get them remade, and they're like, we're sorry, we're going to give you these games to these graphics for download only, and now it's all download.
If you look at WoW, back then that people said they had amazing graphics for an MMO. Now that their graphics were far outdated. Of course, they did update the graphics, on more depth to them, but it looks like very cartoonish now, pretty much. Go on like games like, I know like GF2 has really good graphics. Port's kind too. There's other games that have good graphics. I'm sorry I pissed you off.
You didn't piss me off. I agree. Nowadays, games are getting better in graphics, but to do the graphics, you need to have a better graphics chip and, et cetera, et cetera. So, it just stinks, literally of what's going on in the freaking world. And, with me, it's just, what happens in the future,
back in 1995, the graphics back then they had, especially the sound effects on computers, people thought that was amazing. That was actually a big step. So that, 8-bit sounds like, instead it actually had actual sound effects. That was a big thing back then. But now you look at it back then, they're actual just like computerized sound effects or they're like sound effect loops that repeated itself. These days you have more like, actual sounds, like on Skyrim you fight wolves and that you hear like or you hear a dragons do dragon sounds, like, now games these days, like latest games, it's like you could hear the birds chirping in the outside areas. You hear birds chirping, animals making sounds, wind blowing. You pretty much, just it sounds like you're actually outside and you're actually there.
Exactly, and they're making it better and better, but
because they got technology which they didn't have back then.
Well, it's like playing Harvest Moon, for example, and it's raining. You basically listen to the rain where it loops in the rainy days, and you go outside, when it's completely pouring, and you listen carefully. It sounds like they're turning the water on in the shower, and you're hearing the rain from your shower, and it's just amazing what they can do with games. I mean, literally, and to me, it's just, like I said, it's amazing, and so, but I apologize to you, Gabby, if you think I'm sexist. I'm not. I just figured, going off of military grade weapons, that the shotgun, would be more useful for a woman than a handgun, so I apologize. I don't mean anything by it. See, this is what I said to the guy in the hospital the other day. I apologize. I'm bitching about the guy, but he was hanging out and looking at everything I owned, and it made me uncomfortable. Instead, what happened? The nurse opened the door and kicked me out before even being seen. Then they charged me $1,200 for a hospital visit, which I turned around and told the hospital they ain't getting paid because I didn't see a doctor. So to me, it's like a catch-22, And so, how it goes. But yeah, I'm just kind of bummed out. My computer's dead, and I got to see about getting it repaired, and my other computer's repaired, and everything else. So, and Gabby being a corrections officer, I think Gabby can understand what someone like me is drinking, Chloe. Yeah, I'm drinking because I'm mourning. I'm mourning the loss of my computer. So technically, I can go and be a little Miss Chatterbox, but my point is it's not comfortable, to be happy, to the whole issue of the computer failing, So to me, I'm trying to make the best I can with what I have, and it ain't good. So, but yeah, anyways, I always figured you'd go back to school for being a nurse, honestly, because you were always talking about being a nurse again and yada, yada, yada. And well, finding out you're a corrections officer, this was like, wow, you're a corrections officer. That's a big feat from being a nurse, or a psychiatrist or whatever. So to me, it just means, I don't mean anything by it, And so to me, it's a different story than, et cetera, than, what's going on in the world. So yeah, I mean, literally, but yeah, I just, I didn't mean anything by being sexist. It just figured, joking around, doing the John Wayne thing, John Wayne's the Duke, he'd have a 12 gauge and be like, bitch, get in line, whereas nowadays, I don't know anything about your profession, so I'm just basing it off of what I've seen in movies and documentaries. So my humble apologies, but at least my sincere apologies is more important than, these people out there that, are, how do I say it? My humble apologies over, I mean, with me, Gabby, you should know me by now. I speak my mind. So technically, when I speak and I say some jackass motherfucking EMS guy was walking around my house looking at everything I owned, it made me uncomfortable. Yeah, I mean, literally, and then I bitch about it to the hospital, and then they kick me out. They have a lot of problems, and secondly, I know Tara J would say the same thing as being an EMS person or my cousin, Corey or Dinky, that if you're this completely fucking inebriated, even if you're a corrections officer or a fucking sheriff, you're supposed to detain the person, let them get the help, instead of throw them out the door and say, we don't deal with faggots like you. And next thing you know, you fall in a hole and end up with a freaking bruise that's cut down to the bone like this. That's healing, and that's what you get. I mean, literally, that's literally what happened, And I've had bruises, and then when Chloe said take a bath, and your damn blood's going all over the tub, and you're going, wow, where's this blood come from? And Chloe says, well, it came from you, but it ain't the lifeblood. Otherwise, you would have been dead by buffalo hump, and then she calls the hospital and they're like, fuck you, click. And so to me, Chloe is, she tried her best, and it's just the way the plan goes. I mean, literally. So, I mean, literally, people sit there and they say, yeah, Chloe's the problem, or Chloe's this, or Chloe's that, or Chloe's this. And to me, so, the point is it pisses me off because, I just was curious, and being angry as hell, my computer failed. So, and I just got a message from Dinky, by the way, stating, and I'm going to say this out of love on my video, that I need to come down October 3rd, which means not coming down early to replace my computer. So there we go. She made the decision. I'll live with it. But still, it pisses me off to no end that my computer failed. And, people say, oh, well, if you weren't in a wheelchair going, hitting every little bump and nick and going up and down, and hitting, the end of the curb, and going down and then up in the wheelchair and then this and that, or toting the shopping cart, the little cooler, with their computers in it going boom, 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 the hard drive would have been lasted longer. Well, the thing is, it's fate, basically. Fate didn't, fate's not good. So, the point is fate is pretty damn bad. And so I just got to live with it. And, the point is it sucks, literally. So, so I've had popcorn in me. I know I shouldn't have eaten popcorn because I'm usually constipated when the time comes. But, I got barbecued ribs. I got to defrost a little chicken tonight for dinner. I mean, literally, I'm going to have leftover ribs. I mean, I'm doing pretty well for what I'm going through, and it's not cool.
You should go through your leftover ribs before you touch those chickens.
Yeah, well, what about you? There's plenty of ribs for you, too, Missy.
Yeah, but I got to be in the mood for long.
Yeah, I agree there. So,
I don't know. I'm just not feeling it today.
No, I'm not feeling it either. After freaking my computer took a dump, I ran through all the troubleshooting things, and
I've been sick all week because that caffeine.
Yeah, ending up in the hospital because of caffeine. Yeah, I mean, literally.
It was bad judgment. I should have known.
Well, we make mistakes. I mean, that's.
I didn't know how much. I don't know how many shots of caffeine were in there.
3 or 4 for the 20 ounce. But the thing is, each shot, is an espresso shot, and then they fill up the rest with foam or whatever, And so to me, it's like,
next time I'm getting decaf. Next time.
Yeah, well, I'm not going back there. Yeah. Well, if I go back there again, it'd be for the beer. They started making their own beer, and so to me, it's not good. So but yeah. Anywho, I just figured it. I figured I would share that with you all. And, my main thing is, I'm not in a good mood. I've posted on Facebook that not that anyone cares. My, like my sister said, if you just got it, return it. The computer's 3 years old, so technically, it's not cool. So, how it goes. So, Anyways, that's the way it seems with my computer. I'm not trying to be sexist or anything on that, but I'm just bummed out. My computer's dead. And Moppy's itching himself under there. I can feel him vibrating the floor. Hey, Mop, what's up, boy, huh? Yeah, wag that tail. Yep, so, anyways, like I said, I love all of you who's watching and subscribing and so forth and so on.
Why is he still itching himself like crazy?
I don't know, but it ain't fleas. I've checked for fleas all the time. Flea bags is clear, so.
Maybe he has some sort of skin problem like eczema.
Eczema for dogs. That might be something that might be interesting to look into. Oh yeah.
It's like he helps keep fighting himself like whenever he itches, he likes to growl at his itches. I don't know why he growls.
Well, today I tried picking him up and he snapped at me, and I was like, "Look, I'm your mommy and your handler for you being a service dog. You shouldn't be trying to snap at me and use my hand as a snack because you wanted to eat it." Literally, it's just he didn't want to be moved. So you know how it goes. So, anyways, you know how it goes. I'm gonna go put in the Lonesome Dove and watch it and enjoy myself. And maybe Sunday we'll go fast and I'll do a video that's pretty cool Sunday that won't be so down with bipolar, worried about my computer being dead or whatever, literally it's just whatever happens, I mean, my main thing is I gotta be content. So technically with me, I'm not being content because my computer's dead and I've troubleshooted it. So I guess Monday morning, I will go down to the computer shop and then to the electric company, and that'll be taken care of. And then so anyways, there you have it, everyone. I don't think I have anything more to say or do or whatever in my video. So basically, but yeah, my computer's dead and I'm pissed off about it. And I'm just grateful my family got back to me and was like, no, so guess I got to deal with it, and it's fine and dandy because they're the type of person that's just saying, hey, deal with it, and me, I don't really deal with that much trouble, in general, because to me it's a different story. So but yeah, anywho, um I don't know, literally I'm just bummed. So with that said, everyone, I don't have much else to say. My videos in my DVD player. I'm gonna go watch it and pass out for several hours and not care, And so, I have all these people that they worry about me, but they turn around and they're just like, yeah, you're on your own. It's like you're with Chloe or you're on your own or whatever. To me, I feel like I'm just fucking outcast. So, but I thought I'd vent to you about, this and that. With Gabby posting things, and asking, things and such, I'm glad she basically put me in my place about sexism. I didn't mean to be sexist. I'm one of those humble ministers that pretty much is trying to be myself, but also, get everyone else's opinion where I don't prefer, people turning around, I mean, yeah, I can say I'm an asshole at times, but that's only for certain issues. So, yeah, anyways, did I miss anything, Chloe? No? All right, so I'm gonna go and log off. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Hit the like and subscribe button. It's wholesome fun, even for your family, including your dogs, your service bunnies. Thanks for watching. Hit that bell notification button for new content that I update when I want. Doing live is easier than not doing live. So, I'm just royally PO'd, at my computer going and it feels like my entire world's come crumbling down, like I said, because of the shopping cart and the cooler and the computer. And like I said, what's next? I don't want anything more. Everything happens in threes and then it gets better. So, trial and error, they say. So, there you have it. Captain's log out. USS Enterprise B, NCC 170B. This transmission ends now.